Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? And welcome to Skyfactory 5. What? There's something wrong with your monitor? You cannot see the colors? Even my eyes? Mesmerizing, aren't they? No. Well, let me try to fix your monitor for you. First, we vein mine. And yes, we have saplings. We shall mine the wood and hope for the best. I'm an advocate of Lord Ito, so whenever we're playing Skyblocks, we do it like men. Meaning that we are not going to use slabs, we shall use full blocks. So in this mod pack we do not have twerking, but they do give us a watering can. Don't you worry, I will fix the colors. Let us get a teeny tiny bit more wood and harvest the leaves. Ah, you see? I have fixed green. So let us get ourselves a crafting table, a crafting station. I don't know, for the moment we put you over there. Silent gear is a thing in this mod pack and we do get the templates, so let us get ourselves an axe. Let us use the green dye, make ourselves some green saplings, and then wait for it to grow. While I am fixing your monitor, we still need to progress. Why don't you grow? Probably because of that. They're not really leaves. So obviously this is a skyblock and we do have ex nihilo. What we need to do is to get some leaves. So we do need to get some shears, and how do we do that? Well, we right click on the log and we get template boards. With the template board we shall have a template for shears and we shall make ourselves a garbage wooden colorless shear. For you obviously, for me colors are working. Now that we have some leaves, let us get ourselves a barrel. We shall compost the leaves and voila, we have dirt. You see? I even fixed brown. Oh, this is dirt. Very nourishing. We eat it. And yes, we get a brown dye. Also, the tools that you make from silent gear don't really take any damage. But with the brown dye that we have, now we can make brown sapling. Ah, oh, this is garbage. It grew in my face. Using any dye that we have and some sticks, what we should be able to get is a torch. And using any torch, we can get any kind of campfire. And obviously what we need to do is to get ourselves a crucible and start getting some water. The campfire is a heat source for the crucible and we should be able to compost leaves. Yes, we shall get 4 buckets, probably after a bajillion years. In order to pick up the water, what we need is a wooden bucket and we wait. Also in the meantime, I'm going to make more dirt. Why not? The colorless wooden planks are just garbage, so we're going to go with brown. And I have also made some dirt, so we can have a small sapling patch. We also have our water, which is amazing. And you see, I have fixed blue. And we're going to get water in this, right? Lovely. Although we have an infinite water source. The most important resource that we're going to need at this very moment is cobblestone. And how do we get that? Well, we put some of these template boards on top of the campfire. Aha, gray has been added. I fixed the color. That is because we have discovered ash. 4 ash gives us cobblestone and we need way more. We can convert the ash into gray dye and we can get our first gray sapling. And I guess we should start making some chests. I have extended the platform by a teeny tiny bit and we have a decent supply of cobblestone. So let's get ourselves a furnace. And since we have ex nihilo, a stone hammer. And yes, we need way more cobblestone. I am aware of that, don't you worry. So as you guys probably know, we hammered on cobblestone in order to get some gravel. Gravel is going to give us sand, and sand is going to give us dust. And sadly, dust inside the barrel does not give you clay, which is perfectly fine because in this mod pack, sand gives you clay. Voila. Aha, light blue. And it's still raining. So I guess our next order of business is to get some string, and the way that we get that is by infesting leaves with worms. You get the worms by breaking leaves. As usual, we just need to wait until they're infested, and that gives us string. Aha! White has been fixed. I'm doing an amazing job. I look weird. Basically, the only thing that I want to do is to get myself a stupid bed. I don't know, we place you down and we take a nap. I don't like the rain. Thank you. Since we have ex nihilo, our next order of business is to try and get some lava. And in order to get lava, we need a far better crucible. It is made from porcelain clay, and for that we need bone meal. In older versions, this used to be a pain, but with the addition of the compost bin, that's super easy now. All we need is some leaves. And saplings? Maybe not. Although leaves have a garbage chance of giving you bone meal. But yeah, we're getting bone meal very slowly. Very slowly. Also not quite sure how many of them we need, but that should be our porcelain and clay. We need 7. We can sacrifice some saplings, it's fine. So there you go. That should be my crucible, we just have to cook it. This also does require a heat source and we do need to give it some cobblestone. Like so. I think 4 cobblestone gives you 1 bucket of lava. In the meantime, let's replenish our wood. Also, the watering can doesn't look like a watering can. looks like a brush. But yeah, that should be enough for the moment. Also, don't really quote me on this, but I do have a feeling that having lava inside a wooden bucket is not very good. It's just a hunch, I'm not sure. But let's give it a test anyways. Yeah, I just put it in the chest. We're good. But we have discovered orange. I mean, I have fixed orange. If everything goes on fine, very soon we are also going to unlock iron. And how do we do that? We need a different color. For that, we're going to need some smooth stone. Any second. Lovely. And as you guys probably know, the way that you get light gray is to mix gray with white. And if we mix the light gray, we get iron. Aha, this is actually quite fun. So making different dyes is not as easy as you would think, but there is a better solution. What we can do is that we can fill in the barrel with some water, we can add the dye that we want to the water, and then if we manage to add sand to it like so, we get a block of gray dye. That's 9. And yes, that's way more iron now. I really want to try and upgrade all of our tools to iron because I really hate stone. So let us try to get some more gray. I just have to make sure that I remember to keep one of them in my inventory. And we also need some white. I think for our immediate needs, 2 blocks should be more than enough. Also, while we are doing this, let's get some charcoal. That should be another color, I think. Yes. Black has been fixed. Also, one of the things that I have done is that I have made myself a white sapling, which I didn't know it does that. I clicked the wrong thing. I'm sorry. And that is our tree. With all the different colors, inventory management is just a pain. I think in order to unlock the next color, we just need 1 piece of bone meal. You can also do this, you know, with the dye. But we just need some seagrass and we shear it. Now we have lime. This looks so weird. But anyways, if we cook it, we get lime dye. That means I can have my lime sapling and, you know, wait for it to grow. Thank you. Oh my goodness, you're garbage. I think our iron is ready. Let's throw away the garbage tools. Okay, in order to progress a bit further, I have made myself a normal crafting table, but this works differently in this mod pack. You might notice that most of the things are locked, but if we put a composter on top of it, we can buy seeds. And for now, what I want is just grass seeds. Lovely. Does it grow with a watering can? A bit faster, yes. Now, if we bone meal it, we do get grass, which is amazing. We do get seeds. I've been hoping for a flower, but that is perfectly fine because we did manage to get beetroot. And I think if we grow it, it's going to be a different color. Yes, red. Oh my goodness. Reminds you of blood moons. Beetroot is food? I hate beetroots. In real life. It's not human food. Even though inventory management is a problem, I have a feeling that we should open the loot bags. We do actually have quite a bit. Aha, gate pearl. Another one. Oh, there's even one for tadpoles. We can have frog lights. Called Titan Donkey. I don't want to know. Villager. Aha. Well, that's how you would get animals in this mod pack. Also, if we do manage to get a teeny tiny bit more stone, yes, I'm aware we can make a cobblestone generator, don't you worry. But what we should be able to do is that we can make some obsidian. Also, let's not burn ourselves. Do we have more iron? Yes. So we can make ourselves a bucket. An actual one. Put you, I don't know, over here for the moment. We take our lava out, we burn, but that goes inside the stone barrel, and if we put water on it, there you go. That's obsidian, which I was hoping it's going to be a different color, but no. It's okay. We continue with the bone meal. A bit. Yes. Wheat gives us yellow. We can also convert it into yellow dye, which is amazing. And now finally sand has its own texture. I'm assuming beetroot gives us red. Red and yellow gives us orange, which we have already discovered through lava, but each one of them has also a sapling, so let's make them. Now that we have some gizmos, let's do some purchases. Here is more yellow dye, and I should really stop wasting the dyes. But yeah, we can buy gold and redstone as well. Anyways, what we want are some eggplants, and we also want to buy some onion seeds. So it's green, brown, and black. I got black from charcoal. We just need a bit of green. Yes, we shall have onions as well. I have been using bone meal, but I kind of forgot we have a watering can. That also works. Oh my goodness, it's significantly slower. But the eggplant has fully grown. That should give us purple. My favorite color. An onion should give us magenta. Discovering the color and getting the dye are two different things. For example, through eggplants, we did manage to discover purple, but we can't convert it into purple dye. What we need is blue dye, and for that we need to have the blue sapling. How do we get it? We get a sapling and throw it in water. There you go. That is our tree, and if we harvest it, we get blue dye. Awesome. I think I need one more. Because yeah, that does give us purple. So with the purple dye, we can make our purple sapling. And this is where things get a bit interesting. Because I don't know if you have noticed it or not, but I do have an archwood sapling. There is a chance of it dropping from normal saplings. I got it from the red sapling, so a purple sapling or a purple tree should give me the vexing archwood. The purple one. Let's see if that's true. Well, I chopped down a bunch, so yeah. We might have to do this several times. Give me vexing archwood. Please. Now? What, you jerk? Oh yeah, we got it. Finally. Grow. Actually, this was like the second tree. It's fine. Archwoods require a huge space, so this helps. Yeah, it's not growing. We need a bigger platform. Well, the thing is, I want to be able to make my platform out of archwood, because they look nice, so we have to grow it. That means no matter how much space we have to make space for an archwood. So I'm hoping this is enough space. Oh, the leaves. Grow. Lovely. On a very positive note, it also gives you a tremendous amount of wood. We got 53 logs. I guess let's grow another one. Don't you worry, I have plenty of leaves. If it isn't obvious, it means I can make more bone meal. Come on, jerk. Come on, you can grow. Lovely. Also, I have no clue how I got cocoa beans, but we do need to eat some food before we can mine that thing. So there you go. Come on, and also the leaves. So yeah, that's a decent number of planks. Oh, and by the way, now that we have a purple dye, let's do this. Purple bed. Why not? So I just got some grey dye. We're going to make some light grey, like so. We make more iron. And to be very honest with you, we just need one piece. Yeah, that hopefully is going to give me a builder's wand. Lovely. Now we can build. You can make a stone one as well, but that's garbage. Wait a minute. This also doesn't break. I mean, I'm happy. Can't really complain. But also I thought maybe we should get a bit fancy. Making a flat platform is just garbage. We try to go with slabs. For fanciness, not for mobs. Mobs are not a problem. They don't actually spawn. I'm trying to make a platform, ignore the logs, they're actually going to be removed very soon, but I need a bit of automation. So apparently there is something called a wooden hopper, which we can afford easily. Because, you know, it's made out of wood. It's not really automation, but it's supposed to make my life a bit easier. So let's put our campfire, I don't know, over here. I believe we should be able to have the hopper on top with a chest on top of that. Then we try to take some of these templates. All of them are falling down. So if I put them inside the chest, is it going to be placed? No. I thought I can make some easy cobblestone, but apparently not. It's fine. The gist of it is, what I want to do is that I want to dupe some dirt. But for that I need a bit of gravel. That's it. So as most of you guys probably know, what we should be able to do is that we can mix some dirt with some gravel, and what we get is coarse dirt. Fine on its own, but we can convert it into dirt like so, and then vein mine it. Now we have doubled the dirt, and therefore double the coarse dirt, and we shall rinse and repeat. Anywho, with the dirt that we have, let's make a very small patch. It's not much dirt, I'm aware of that, but don't you worry, I'm getting more. Basically what I want to do is that I want to try and make a cobblestone generator. Not exactly sure, but I don't think trapdoors are going to burn. I do have a hopper down there. Here is our water, and yes, I do understand it's actually not that fancy, but for the moment this will do. I don't have better choices. Here is our lava. You go there and don't burn anything. You do burn things, but this seems to work. We're getting cobblestone. Nice. You do have to stay close, otherwise sometimes the lava is going to destroy it. Also, I think this catches fire, but it doesn't burn. We will see. I'll just let it burn. Yeah, that is our cobblestone generator for the moment. And using our dirt duping method, we have a decent platform. And it's burning, I know. But what can you do? Obviously, one of the things that we can do is that since that platform is burning, we make a brand new one. I mean, at this very moment, I can't really get rid of the fire. Also, it doesn't really bother me. The only thing is that we also want to have grass over here. So let's transfer it like so. And I guess for that, we just use our watering can. Come on, spread. Please. Well, I guess we did manage to help it a bit. For now, it can grow on its own, because we have work to do. Out of the 16 colors of Minecraft, we have unlocked 14 of them. What are the colors remaining? Pink and cyan. This is why my shirt looks weird. So I think pink is going to be relatively easy, but what we want at this very moment is cyan. So obviously, we can get it from apatite, we can get it from ender pearls. The rest, I don't think they're gonna happen. Sadie root. I don't really think you sell sadie root. Yeah, they don't make it that easy. Well, one of them is oxidized copper. So let's get some copper. It's just orange and green. And now that we have a cobblestone generator, getting the dyes is going to be relatively easy. That should be some extra green. There is a method of automating this using dripstones, but that's not a great method of automation. And I think it's going to be very manual. I prefer crops. We will get there eventually, don't you worry. But that is our copper. We just need 9 in order to make 1 block. And for pink, we need a fish fillet. So I don't know, I have to do some fishing? A 2x2 should still give me fish, right? Yeah, that was actually faster than I was expecting it. However, in order to make a fillet, we need flint. Oh, cobblestone also works. We just need a knife. So stick to cobblestone and voila. We have pink. I guess for the copper, we have to wait until it's oxidized. Well, it has been a while. Does it work? Aha, we have all the colors. We can sleep. So now that we have access to cyan, can we make diamonds? Oh yeah, actually we can. Well, diamonds can wait, because now that we have access to all the dyes, here's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on mystical agriculture. This is a lime tree, and you might notice from the leaves, we're going to get inferium essence. We have been awarded a few seeds from mystical agriculture, but they're not that useful on their own. The colors that I can get are incredibly limited. If we drop it in water, we can get the blue one, which is fine. I believe if we cook them, we can get the black one, because everything is just basically dyes in this mod pack. You can't get resources. And yeah, that's basically it. Those are the easy ones that we can craft. The rest we have to grind a bit. However, it's not just the inferium essence, we also need prosperity shards, and prosperity shards require soulfire. And light blue dye, obviously. So soulfire requires soul sand, which voila, we can make it with brown dye. That is a soul sand. And I'll be very honest with you, I really hope flint and steel does not require steel. That's a cobblestone. I have iron. Yeah, flint and steel is just iron, so we just need flint. Just the one. Did I get... Oh yeah, first try. I vein mine, so yeah. So here is our soulfire, and for prosperity shards we need blue dye. Light blue actually. Let's try to get a bunch. That's a decent number. So we just throw you on there and we get prosperity shards. Does it take time? It's been a while later, and unfortunately that recipe doesn't work, and I have no idea why. So we're going to try and go with the encased fan method. You know, from create. It's just that getting andesite is a bit difficult. But for the moment, this is the propeller, and I need to get more dyes. I'm not really sure why the recipe is not working, but maybe at least the bulk hunting works. Look on the positive side. If it works, most of our grind is going to be over. But that should be a hopefully decent supply of andesite. We will see. So that is the encased fan, and thankfully water wheels are cheap. So it's just one shaft with planks, and then the water wheel with more planks. Let's see if we can have a very temporary setup and see if it works. Also, just in case, can I have a depot? Yes. So we shall have the soul sand over there. And I guess the depot comes here. So let's rotate. It's the wrong way. We rotate you from this side. That is the correct way. So if we put you on top, will you do anything? Well, I'll be very honest with you, it's going to be incredibly slow. But that is prosperity shards. Yes! 19. We're good then. Prosperity shards is just the start. We need a ton of gizmos, including gold, in order to make the infusion altar. Well, obviously wheat gives us yellow, and yellow gives us gold. So this is why I'm growing wheat. And we actually need quite a bit, 16 and 18. Wow, that's gonna take some time. I only have 4. Okay, I think I have most of the resources. Here is our red wool. Here is the actual altar. And also we can afford 7 infusion pedestals. Why? Oh, we're missing gold. Oops, I made a miscalculation. It's fine. It's fine. Don't you worry. Yeah, that should be the final gold. But for the moment, we can assemble our altar. Here are the pedestals that we have. And obviously, here is the final pedestal. So now we have the ability to craft the seeds. The problem is, how do we grow them? First things first, let's get our diamond. Secondly, let's get our master infusion stone. Because none of the seeds are tier 1. Most of them actually start from Prudentium. Anyways, let's get back to accelerating the growth of plants. We do have something called a sprinkler, semi-expensive. And long story short, we need a ton of biomass, which is just flowers, leaves, and a sapling. Let's try to do some cheatiness. we sleep. So apparently if you right click a leaf with a red dye, you get a poppy. You right click it again and you get a rose. So we have infinite flowers. I can't really be bothered with a few things, so I have a very garbage automation in order to make some dirt and some bone meal. And yeah, it's just a hopper. Although for the dirt, you have to use an actual hopper. The wooden one doesn't work. Which now that I'm thinking, I have to chop down a ton of trees in order to get us started. So what we can do is to automate the furnace as well. Automation is a very fancy word. We're just gonna use hoppers. I want to be able to make charcoal and also get rid of most of the woods. Let's just check if it works. So fuel goes in and the logs on top. And you work. The wooden hopper also extracts from the furnace, which is good. Okay. We're done. I'll get some resources. So first off, roses don't work. It has to be a one-tile flower. But with the roses, at least you can get red dye, so getting poppies is relatively easy, and I do have some biomass. I do admit it's not a huge amount, but let's get some peat. Then peat has to be converted into terra preta. Sounds like a bread. Terra preta with lime glass is going to give us the terra glass. And that gives me the sprinkler. Oh boy. So I don't think lime dye is a big deal, but I need a ton of sand. I'll get back to digging. Also, while we are doing all of this, can we get an igneous extruder? It might look very horrifying, but it's actually not. That is going to be a way more efficient cobblestone generator. Hey, you. Do some glass. So I do have the engineer's hammer and nothing breaks in this mod pack. So let's get ourselves some iron. That's actually the proper number. We break it down using the hammer. That gives us iron dust. I'm assuming nickel is not going to be horrifying. That should be nickel, right? Yeah. Which we can turn it into dust. And that should give us invar blend. We can just craft it. Unfortunately, it only gives you 3. So we need one more set. That is the invar that we need. You go in the furnace. Constantan is also nickel. I have gathered a bunch of gizmos. Let's see if we can make an igneous extruder. So we need the servo. We need more redstone, which is fine. A piston. A stupid gear, and the igneous extruder. I'm really hoping this actually works with a hopper. Oops, for a second I thought it burned. It's actually not working, and do you know why? This is not a water source. Now it is a water source. And now we're getting cobblestone. Lovely. So now that we have fixed cobblestone and we can make the actual glass, let's focus on the sprinkler. Well, for the moment, this is our lime glass. That should be our terra glass. This is also reactive to sunlight and promotes crop growth. So it's already a good thing. Since it is a good thing, maybe we should give it a test. That is my blue seed. And I don't know, we put you on top. And yes, it's nighttime, so we have to take a nap. Is it growing? It's not amazing. Well, it's a teeny tiny bit of grind because I need a ton of iron. But at least for the moment, until I gather the resources, let us get our white seed. Lovely. Yeah, they're not really growing. I think we need the sprinklers. Yeah, because the glass itself is not doing an amazing job. That is perfectly fine. I can do that relatively easy. Getting a decent supply of iron is actually not as hard as you would think. Because we're already getting charcoal, right? That gives us black dye. I have been chopping down some white wood. That gives us the white. We just have to mix and mash them together and we get light gray. So as a result, we have 17 iron, 5 more is being cooked. Oh, we even have 9. Nice. And some dyes. Also, yay! We have our first essence. Just the one, I guess, yeah. But don't you worry, after we get the sprinkler, life is going to be amazing. So, there you go. We have our first one. So, you can put source blocks underneath, it will consume it. The effect of multiple sprinklers do stack. So, we either have to pipe it in, which is fine, or we can make some sort of an infinite water source. For the moment. Yeah, there is a cheaty mod, which you can do this. And if we place you, you should work. Is it working? Dude, how would I know? I mean, it's not moving, but it does have water inside. You see, there's water. So what if we put you there? As usual, it has been a teeny tiny bit of time later, and did you know that since 1.12, cyclic sprinklers no longer work with mystical agriculture? And yes, also the greenhouse glass. So I just wasted a ton of resources on literally nothing. So you see, with Inferium seed, it works amazing. These ones on the other hand, the blue seed and the white seed, they're not growing. I even changed the farmland. Then I decided to go to the wiki and realize what the hell is wrong. So that's not really a big deal because there is a far cheaper method. Garden cloches. Oh, that's how you get cocoa beans. Okay. Anyways, I figured since I want to make a garden cloche, maybe we're going to need a teeny tiny bit of a bigger platform. And I'm assuming you guys already know the drill. In order to get garden cloches, what we need is a coke oven. So if I'm not wrong, I have every single block. We even have the hammer, so you can be like so. We put some logs inside and we should get charcoal. And the most important thing is that we also get creosote oil. While I am gathering some creosote oil, there are a few things that we need to do. We need to generate resources, right? Thankfully, there is is a machine called a printer. What the printer does is that you give it different dyes and it generates you resources. However, it has a decent functionality. So yeah, you can mix and match dyes, but there is something called RGB dye. It's just a combination of green, red and blue. It only gives you 3, but each one of them generates a raw ore. So we don't really need to have 16 garden cloches, 6 of them will be fine, 2 for each of them. So let's see if we can at least craft the one. Well, we can. Let's see if it needs power. You do, which is fine. Because remember, garden cloches also need power. So yeah, in any case, we're going to fix the power issue as well. For some very weird reason, we can carry creosote oil in a wooden bucket, which is amazing. But that should be our treated wood. And other than this, we can have one more bucket. So there you go. It's a bit of a tedious job, but I think we're making some good progress. So first off, we need a blueprint for crafting components. Oh, and by the way, in this mod pack, we have SNAD, and you can craft sugarcane with dyes. So with SNAD, you just give it a redstone signal and it will grow. Very convenient. But the blueprint goes in, and for the moment, that should be our mechanical components. Yes. Iron is a bit expensive, we don't want to waste it. That just gives you a better yield. So a garden cloche also requires bamboo, which I suppose it's perfectly fine. It should grow on SNAD, right? Yes. And it's the same blueprint. Cool. We're good then. Almost. So that is our light bulb, and that should be our final mechanical component. That should be enough for 3 garden cloches, right? Right. Wait, I can craft it. Aha. For the moment, we are actually doing a very garbage job, so maybe we put them here? Orange is the output, so we want it to be accessible. Now let's take care of power. Draconic evolution... What? It's just magenta and purple. And you need 4. Oh, and so... Oh, that's also fine. Netherrack. Well, we need some beetroot. Oh, and by the way, this thing actually doesn't work. But these guys consume a mediocre amount of power, so they're good. By power, I meant water. But I'm just making the Draconic Evolution generator because it's purple. Other than that, no clue if it's worth it. It does work with charcoal, so that's good. And it generates 40 OP. But it does have particle effects. So that part is fixed. Now what we need to do is to take care of piping. Unless there is a flux duct, that's expensive. Maybe not. I just need 2. I have 4. Okay, we're good. So we can have a total of 12 flux ducts. Like so. And that should be more than enough for what we want to do at this very moment. I have missed flux ducts. They look so nice. But yeah, the garden cloches now have power. Now what they need is water. So we do have thermal expansion in the pack. That means we can have an aqueous accumulator in order to fix the water issue. We just need 1 copper. So there you go. I have also made some pipes from cyclic, and yeah, that's gathering water. You just have to put it inside an infinite source. You know, I'm beginning to hate cyclic. Yeah, it's like, dude, don't give me that many options. Just put in the water. Okay, we have water. So the RGB dye that we want is green, red and blue. We already have the blue. Please work surprisingly fast. Well, if you use a better farmland, it's going to be better, and well, we don't have fertilizers yet. But this is fine, especially if it gives me 2. And it does give me 2. Lovely. So basically what we need is red seed, which is tier 2, and green seed, which is, oh my goodness, tier 3. Well, maybe we should use 2 of the cloches at this very moment for Inferium. Why not? But again, remember, even though this is a grind, after this, we're almost done. I mean, at least resources are not going to be a problem. But ladies and gentlemen, that should be our red seed. The green one, we have to wait a bit. You know, until I would be able to get some intermedium. It's not called intermedium, no. Tertium. It's fine, we will be there in no time. But just to make sure that the printer itself actually works, let's give it a test. So we have all the colors. That's RGB dye. That goes inside the printer. What are you going to print? Oh, it's just random garbage. But that's not a bad random garbage. That's actually quite good. The way that I'm understanding everything, I just made a rearrangement. We just need 1 of these printers. But yeah, but the way that I'm understanding everything, the printer is basically our sieve. And I think we have enough prudentium. I was making rearrangements, didn't have space. So that should be tertium, and we want green seeds, right? Yep. For the moment, I don't think we need the inferium, we can wait. Because I need to make more garden cloches, and I need to get fuel for the generators. But we have, yeah, we have some charcoal. Did you die? Yes. Also, the garden cloches don't actually spend that much energy. I think it's like 20 RF max? Yeah, it's even less, because 1 generator is keeping up. But cool. We have all the essences. Although one thing that I'm wondering is that, do better farmlands count? That should give me some prudentium, that's good. So this will be prudentium farmland. And we just switch the dirt? I don't know, maybe it helps. That one looks like redstone. when it grows. They stole the textures. So nice. Yeah, that is redstone. Huh. But now that we have the essences, we can make literally every single dye. We can mix those dyes in order to make the RGB, and we sift the RGB for resources. You do get all kinds of garbage, but I'm not picky. How would you get Certus quartz? Oh, it's gonna generate it for me. Eventually. I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna AFK a bit. Yeah, why not? Try to get a decent amount of dyes. Alright guys, I have been AFK maybe for the past 3 or 4 hours. So as a result, we have tons of essence. Just to clarify, you don't really have to AFK, but I spent a ton of time gathering different dyes. And I didn't want to do that ever again. So I just thought to myself, yeah, let's AFK. Get all the garbage that we need. And that is a ton of RGB dye. A ton of resources. We don't have inventory sorting in this mod pack, which makes things a bit irritating. Or maybe we do. Oh, we do. It was just the wrong button. But yeah, generally speaking, this is good. I'm happy. Anyways, I think we are going to leave base building for next episode, even though I upgraded my furnace and we have tons of stone. And today we just focus on getting useful items. For example, applied energistics. How do we get applied energistics? I have been playing so many different versions. We need the inscriber? Oh my goodness. I need slime balls. I don't want to go with create. I don't like create. Although it does seem that I don't really have a choice. We have andesite pebbles. Okay, that makes things a bit easier, I guess. So we need a millstone. And I think I also need to have a gearbox. Yeah, I can live with that. So we should be able to have the gearbox, a cog, and the mill. Like so. It's gonna be slow and garbage, but I don't care. I just got some flour. That gives us dough. Dough with lime dye gives us 1 slime ball. And obviously we just need to have 2 of them for the inscriber. Obviously at the start it doesn't really have to be that fancy. Anyways, now that we have the inscriber, I'm assuming, yeah, it does accept RF. Don't judge me, I have been playing like 3 different versions. We also need to have a charger, and we charge some Certus quartz. And no, don't you worry, the device is not offline, because we just charged it. We don't get advancements. Achievements, whatever. So we have quartz, we have charged quartz, and we have some redstone. That should give us fluix. Lovely. And yes, I'm aware that I'm missing some redstone. Don't you worry. Amazing. Wait, I just realized I didn't have the presses, and I looked for the presses. You only have 1, and it has the silicon texture. Oh, you need steel. Ew, that's not really... Okay, maybe that's not bad. We need an induction smelter. I just made an induction smelter. With the resources that we're getting, it's actually not that difficult anymore. Although we're not getting the resources fast enough, that is a problem. And yeah, the coke oven is full of creosote oil. I have to empty that. But it's fine, we just want 1 steel. We shall hammer it down into a plate. Then we are getting skystone, which is perfect. And then for some very weird reason, we need the knife. But we do have our press. It didn't give you any quests. That's sad. But let's start making the processors, I guess. You have coal? Good. You have coal? Good. I'm cooking more. Not exactly sure if this is a good idea or not, but in this version of Minecraft or Applied Energistics, we have the crystal resonance generator. So let's make one. It's not something super amazing, but it does generate a teeny tiny bit of power for your system. So there you go. We all know that quartz fiber is a must. We have our cables. I don't have a ton of silicon, but we have 14. That's a very weird number. That is our engineering processor, which shall provide us with the drive. That's all we need. And I guess for the moment, here is your generator. It's free power. You see? Device online. We also need to make terminals, and for the terminals I just remembered we need glowstone. And I'm very sorry to say, but I have not checked the recipe. Oh, that's not bad. That's actually quite nice. Thank you. I'm not really a fan of being poor, but that is our annihilation plane. Not the plane, the core. That should be our terminal. And if I have not done anything wrong, that should be the crafting terminal. Perfect. The only thing that we need is just storage. I think 1K is a decent thing to start with. Can I have one? Thank you. The problem is that we're out of Certus quartz. It's fine. At this very moment, I'm even willing to take the 1. I need more glass. Oops. Oh, we have some. And there you go. That is our first storage disk, and I can just dump the items, finally. I just wanted to mention that was horrifying for me. But it's perfectly fine, because I think now we're rich. Relatively. And getting more Certus is just a matter of time. We have tons of essence. Oh wow, the first one. Awesome. For me, it is the next day. I just woke up. So good morning. And to be very honest with you guys, running the base out of coal generators is not amazing. Although these generators themselves are amazing because you can increase the performance. they're cool. So I have been checking the resources, and apparently one of the things that we are getting relatively fast is uranium. I have been making graphite, I have been smelting down iron and gold, and I think we're going to go with a bigger reactor. Cause why not? It's cheap, easy and garbage. It's gonna waste a huge amount of coal that we have, but I think at the end of the day it's going to be worth it. You need so much graphite, why? Yeah, I guess for the moment we can sacrifice our generators, we don't need power. Because once we get the reactor we can have wireless technology thanks to draconic evolution, and we can run the base completely. We are going to go with the same basic garbage design that we got in Blightfall. So it's going to be a 5x5. It is modular, so later on we can increase the size. I think next episode we also have to work on flight, but for today we just use scaffolding. And we're missing a ton of blocks, okay. Well, not a ton. Maybe 12 or something? Yeah, actually that's it. I think we have enough. Perfect. That's a reactor if we break this block. Lovely. For obvious reasons, all the ports are on this side. Once we get flight, I'm going to rearrange it, don't you worry. Also, this is an access port. You have to use a hopper? Let's turn you on. Oh my goodness, that's 5000 RF. What? You don't need to work that good. So if you come to the top and go to the control rods and hold Alt, you can apply the settings to all the rods. We don't really need to have 5000 RF, we're wasting fuel. It's still 4000 RF. One of the things that I forgot is that in order to make a draconic energy crystal for wireless technology, what we need are ender pearls, which are not that difficult to get, but also blaze powder and blaze rods. So that is something that I really wanted to try next episode, but let's see how it goes. Cause as a quest reward we do get these gateways and they do spawn mobs and we have to do them. However, as you guys know, I'm a chicken, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to encase them in cobblestone like so, and I don't know, we make it 4 tall, why not? Those gateways are going to spawn mobs and we need to kill them, so I was thinking we go with draconic evolution. We can, but you might notice we need a head. So, see you in a bit. You don't actually die, you just spawn back. And I didn't die. We do this again. Come on. Yes. Oh, we have the tombstones mod. Awesome. And we also got a head. And thankfully my head is acceptable. Obviously we are going to use our brand new reactors, so let's get some power. The grinder goes there. Why, you can't break it? Okay, this way. Anyways, with some dire wire you should get power. I don't really know how the power system works in thermal expansion. I cannot extract the power, which is weird. But I guess you do accept your own energy, right? Yeah, you go to overdrive. As for the gateways, let's start with something simple. I don't know. Well, we have more loot bags. Snow golem. Yeah, why not? I'm hoping it's simple. We run away and observe from the top. Okay, they're dying. Lovely. Yeah, they are dying. If everything goes fine, we're going to summon blazes too. Whoa, they're getting bigger. Yay! We got a trophy. The grinder does seem to have enough power. Let's try blazes. They do fly, I'm aware of that. Come back down. Okay, they're dying. Oh, they don't drop blaze rods. Oops. Whoa. We stay here, next to the grinder. You know, so that they don't fly up. Dude, do something. I think it ran out of power. They're too chunky is the problem. As long as you don't burn, it's fine. Okay, so the trophies that we're getting, which apparently you can also put it on your head, is going to enable the spawning of mobs. Well, we don't want them to spawn. That is going to be useful later on for the mob farms. We're not really going to start making a mob farm at this very moment. All we want is a teeny tiny bit of blaze rods. And thankfully there is a way of getting that through the macerator from Cyclic. Oh, and by the way, I did make some servos. I didn't use them, but the reactor is now working. I even made a controller to see if it works. But yeah, if we get the crushing macerator some netherrack, there is a 5% chance of getting a blaze rod. It's just that it does need a ton of pink dye. But in the meantime, at least we can get the relay crystal. Crystal binder also requires a blaze rod. Awesome. Did we get one? No, it's perfectly fine. We will get it eventually. Oh, we already got it. Awesome. So that's my crystal binder. We just need 6 more. While we are working on the blaze rods, I thought maybe we should get our pearls. It's just cyan and green. That's plenty. And so far we have 4 blaze rods. This just keeps getting better and better. In a normal mod pack, you don't actually notice it, but here it's quite expensive, because that's just 1 particle generator. I need 2, and I need 1 more blaze rods for the 2 eyes of the ender. Okay, it's going to be slow and painful, but I'll be done shortly. Don't you worry. I added 1 more macerator, and thanks to the golems we got a ton of white dye. So making the pink one was not a problem, but now we're out of red dye. So yeah, making netherrack is going to be slightly problematic. And the second macerator hasn't actually produced anything. Okay, we're done. Sorry. It seems that the first one was already fine. Anyways, I have been doing some very rough calculation and it does seem we don't have to go with the basic crystal. We can go with Wyvern. It does give you more channels. We need 5 of these extra ones. Just in case, let us get our final particle generator. We get our 2 eyes of the ender. And yeah, the recipe is exactly the same. So we just need a bunch of redstone. So I can have 4 Wyvern energy controllers, right? Right. Therefore, I can have the Wyvern energy relay crystal. And yes, the actual energy crystal. We're good then. So from now on, everything has changed. Because what we can do is that we can just remove the pipe, have the IO port, then have the relay, I don't know, over there. We connect them to each other. The energy crystal itself will be connected to the relay. And I think if nothing has changed with Draconic Evolution, with the range, we should be able to power the garden cloches. Lovely. We're done. That should give us like 32 channels, so I'm really happy. We don't even need this garbage. Let's get the controller. I have been checking the statistics and yeah, it seems that we're very close to 100 days. Amazing progress. No, we're actually not that close. There's like 25% left. 30% left. However, that's not very important, but I have been thinking, now that we have some power, let us try to get a bit fancy. That was Signalum Blend. And I have already made Electrum. And yes, I have also made a redstone furnace. It makes life a bit easier. So what we want to do is to make some integral components so that the machines are going to work a teeny tiny bit faster. That's it. Well, we do have 2 machines. It's not a big deal. You know, because of the reactor, we're out of coal completely. So I could not run the furnaces. This is the best option we have. There's also the flux linkage controller, which makes the machine go a bit faster. It's way faster. I'm happy. I can have 1 more. Well, the plan is we want to make a very small base so that we can house the reactor and our applied energistics system and also start taking care about food. And I was thinking of a resource fissure. It does require plastic, which is fine. And I think since we have thermal expansion, there should be cheaty latex. Rubber wood would have been nice. Jungle logs would have been nice as well. But vines work. Yeah, let me see what I can do. I need some material and bamboo seems to be the most important thing that I can get at this very moment. It's a building block, you can compost it, you can use it as fuel and etc. And since we have SNAD, look how fast it's growing. This is a weird magnet. Let's get this one. Yeah, simple. Just with a right click. And just in case you're wondering how it grows that fast, I do have 2 observers facing into each other. It's an observer clock. It's super fast. This is great because bamboo provides us with dirt as well as a ton of bone meal, which I'm also using in the garden cloches. We're also incredibly short on building blocks, so I do have some kelp. Same system, it just works weird. It does grow instantly, but sometimes it just grows 2 blocks tall. Sometimes it goes to the top, which is perfectly fine because I always use dried kelp in order to make myself the ceiling. And we can have a bunch, 59. That's good. However, food is becoming into a massive problem, so let's try to solve it using a resource fissure. We have the fluid extractors, they go like so. I hope they do work with vexing archwood. They do. Power makes them go a bit faster. I wish they would have added pipes to this mod pack. It's okay, if we get some bronze, we can get some fluid ducts. Voila. And I have already made the servos. Ah, this is how it works. It doesn't work with power. A bit resource intensive, but we also have a latex processing unit. And for the moment, I just want a resource fissure. I don't want anything fancy. We're gonna provide water to it with a bucket. Easy. The main problem is that I still don't have a base, so if I make a very fancy setup, I have to remove it in like 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes for you. For me, a bit longer. We could have also gone with thermal expansion, but I prefer this one. From industrial foregoing. In the meantime, rubber is done. I have also made some lumium. If nothing goes wrong, we shall have our dissolution chamber, which is perfect. And the wood just broke. The problem is that we need both plastic and latex in order to make the fissure. So I had to rearrange the pipe so that both machines can get some latex. However, in the meantime, since I have made some lumium, I want to see if we can make some phytogenic insulators. Well, we have 3 garden cloches. Can we have 3 of these? That's good. Can we have more? Not really. Do we have more lumium? Nope. And we're just missing tin for it. It's good. Yeah, exactly. Let's make as much as we can. Although I just wanted to mention, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Because yeah, you need so much garbage. That should be constant. And what else do we need? Oh, silver. It's fine. I'll get the garbage. Don't you worry. We have our 5 phytogenic insulators. We're not super wealthy, but we have some integral components. We have 5 of these cyclical processing, which is very important because it will always keep 1 seed in the system. Speed is going to be incredibly garbage, but can be improved. Actually, it's not that bad. At this very moment, I don't really have access to villagers, so sophisticated storage is out of the question. Why does it have to be out of acacia? I don't like that. Yeah, copper chest also has to be acacia for some reason. It's fine, we have our crates, we can use them. Yeah, it's getting all the essences. However, the main reason that I decided to go with phytogenic insulators is that I also want inferium. You know, just out of extreme curiosity, I can't go with resonant, right? Oh, it's just diamond, lead, and ender pearl. Gives you 2. Well, I believe that's not a big deal anymore because we have the essences. So that's the cyan that we need for the ender pearl, and that should be pearls again. Yeah. Lovely. Because this speed is fine, but I just wanted to go faster. Is that too much to ask? Okay, so we have our inderium. I'm trying to make some hardened glass, and one of the things that I didn't know is that you can craft obsidian. You know, it's just different dyes. And if I'm not wrong, we're actually ready for the upgrade. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. We need 5. We have 5. So now these things should work significantly faster, right? Well, the problem is that it also depends on the type of fertilizer you provided, and currently we just have garbage. Phytogrow would be ideal, but maybe it is going to happen? Well, first things first, let me try to fix my fissure. We're just missing 1 rubber, because you might notice I'm actually starving. It's true, you can eat dyes, but it changes the color of the sky, and I get confused. We have 2 dry rubber. Lovely. That should give me my 2 plastic. That should give me the advanced machine frame or whatever, which in turn should give me the resource fissure. I need 2 more plastic. What a jerk. It's okay, I can wait. Okay, so I took a nap and I forgot to close the game. So I was AFK for like 45 minutes or so, and we were out of power. If you are not out of power, phytogenic insulators are great because I just came back and these were not doing so well. I took a nap because I made a clip and I don't know, it got corrupted. And yes, I have made the marine fisher, but we have this sushi go crafting mod, so we get a ton of shrimps. But for some reason we're getting enchanted items. I was not expecting that in a 3x3 pool. Also, I have been checking the Phytogrow recipe and well, it doesn't really work as intended. Well, it does work as intended for the mod pack developer, not for us. So the thing is, you have to compress grass. You will get grass clippings. You can right click it on the extractinator and well, you get random garbage. So we just got tall grass. So yeah, it's not really a sustainable source. We have to get some sort of a resource miner or something. Another thing that I have done is that I have installed a harvester as well as an item collector, and I'm harvesting inferium. We also have them over here at our phytogenic insulators, but I wanted something fast. We ran out of power, otherwise we would have had thousands. The thing is, if we manage to get some supremium, which I'm not exactly sure if we can do that today, well, we can get a bit of supremium. Actually, that's good. Yeah, but if we do manage to get some supremium, there is an RGB seed. It's a tier 5 seed and it just gives you RGB dye, which is amazing. So I think we can increase our production by a lot, but I'm not sure. It's not something super fancy, but at least this is going to be the central spot of our base. We have our applied energistics system up there, we do have some terminals which don't really work, and we have extra drives which are empty, as well as our reactor. However, just before wrapping up today's episode, I'm very sorry, this is a very long one. There are a few things that we have to check. One of them is our situation with supremium. I don't know, I just want to see how many we can get. Well, we got 6, that's not bad. Because at the bare minimum, we can have 1 RGB seed. I'm not exactly sure, but I think these are slightly more efficient. I could be wrong though. It's not gonna grow any faster. Wait, do you notice what I have noticed? It's not consuming the bone meal and it should consume the bone meal. So if I get 1 Phytogrow, we will have it forever? There's like a 1 in a million chance. Let's see if it works. Do we get it? Oh yeah, 3. It hasn't been consumed. There is a 70% chance of it being consumed, is the thing. But no clue if it's faster. It's exactly the same. I think there's something wrong, or they have changed something. Okay, at least we know that there's no point. But that is RGB essence. Another very important thing is that you might notice I have like 80 cyanide on me. That's the fuel that we have burned so far in the reactor, and we need to do something about it. Let's get some uranium, and let us try to get ourselves a reprocessor. I also do remember that this machine does require water in order to run, so let's get an aqueous accumulator. So this is not amazing, but at least it will give us half of our fuel back. I think 2 cyanide gives you 1 plutonium. Yeah, so at least we're recycling. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one, bye bye.